A few months ago, I had made the decision to work with Kripa, and it was one of the best decisions I have made in my life. Um, for the past 4 years, I had been trying to come out of my shell, and this progress was quite slow because I was reading self help books and watching motivational videos, and my progress was I was taking really small baby steps and moving forward. But this year, I just suddenly felt very stuck. Um, on my birthday, I remember just feeling very sad. I just felt like I hadn't achieved much. I just felt there was so much potential in me, but there was something that was stopping me from achieving them. Um, I remember just putting on a fake smile and just going out and celebrating my birthday with family, but deep inside me, I was just not happy. Um, and so that day, I made a decision that I needed help and I had to ask for help. Um, Asking for help is not easy for me, but I knew that if I wanted to get achieve more in life, I had to make this uncomfortable step. So I reached out and I asked Kripa about her program. It was a one-on-one 6 weeks course, and Kripa came back and we had a chat about it, and I just felt connected with Kripa, and I felt that yes, I think this is what I wanted to do. And so that was the first uncomfortable step that I took, was to ask for help. The second and the hardest one for me was being able to trust this program, to trust Kripa. And for me, trusting people does not come very easily. I have all these walls all around me, and I just will just not open up. But I knew that if I had to get the results I wanted, I had to be honest. I had to um, be open and be an open book to Kripa. And but the way Kripa was, I just felt very easy, and I was able to open up very easily to her. She was very understanding. She's always listening, and very easy to be in touch with. And so what I wanted to achieve out of this program was I wanted to be 100% out there. I wanted to be completely out of my shell, and I just wanted to be who I was, fully connected to who I am. So we began our work, and in week one, I realized I had a major issue with time. I didn't realize this until I got into the I started working with Kripa, and I was like, oh, I always kept just saying I don't have time. I don't have time. Everything was even if I was waking up early, I was still I just felt I didn't have enough time. I looked at the watch and I was feeling anxious. I was feeling stressed out because the only thought that was going on, I don't have time. I don't have time. So I realized in week one that I had a time poverty issue, and so the amazing thing was there was a switch. Week two, I suddenly, my mindset had shifted from time poverty to time prosperity, and suddenly it was like magic. um, there was time everywhere. Like I would have 15 to 20 minutes before school drop off, dropping my kids off to school. I had 20 minutes spare, and I was like, wow, where is this time coming from? During the day, I would have time to even have power naps. I've never had power naps. I don't take naps during the day, but suddenly there's time for that as well. Um, and now whenever I look at the time, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I've got 2 more minutes. I've got so much time. Like the shift from having no time to having so much time. Um, it was just amazing. So this was achieved in week two. Week three, oh my goodness, week three, I was 100% out there. 100%. Uh, it was too good to be true. And of course, I didn't want to admit it to myself. It was just too good to be true. It was funny because I didn't want to admit it to myself. And when Kripa asked, I said, nah, I'm still at 75. And she was like, really? So then at that point, Kripa guided me through this because I was scared to admit it to myself. But I had achieved it. So when I became 100% myself, I was showing up on my business page on Facebook as who I was. And so I was posting about my feelings, how I felt, and suddenly there was all this engagement, and I was suddenly getting new customers in, and it was just amazing. Like this was me trying to work on just myself, but once we become 100% ourselves, everything, all the areas in our lives, they just open up and just things start happening. um, so like so I did this course with Kripa a few months ago, but let me tell you what happened last month. I'm not in the program, this is after the program. Last month I had sales for that month 4 times more my average monthly sales. Like, wow. I was just so surprised and just so impressed. I was so happy. And I knew that it was from that program that I did with Kripa, because now that my mindset had shifted, I was doing things very differently. And because if you're doing different actions, the results are going to be different. And so what Kripa helped me with was changing my mindset, and it shifted. And so now I'm at a different frequency and I'm attracting different results. And even for my health as well, like I started waking up at 5 a.m. And working out. During one of the sessions I had with Kripa, I experienced this really amazing thing. I just can't describe it, but I felt this power in me. Like, for the first time, I felt how strong, how powerful I was. And at that point, I realized that my body cannot cope, my physical body cannot cope with that power, that energy in me. And so for the first time in my life, as I've been working out. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm working out and I'm making my body strong. My only thought is, I want to respect that power in me, and I can only respect it if I have a really strong body. So now it was not about how do I lose weight or get my tummy in. It was a very different way that I was thinking about my body. I wanted it strong for a purpose, for that power in me, for me. And it's different. So I get up at 5 a.m. and I am working out and making myself stronger. I have never felt this strong, this powerful, and this much energy in me before. And I know it's all because of the program I did with Kripa. And about 2 weeks ago, like, this again is after I have done the session with Kripa, a few months after, I had a thought, and I decided to make a mission statement for my business, that I am going to help ladies save time in the kitchen. I am already grinding masalas freshly for my customers, and but I want to do more. So I want to help them find ways of saving time in the kitchen so that they can have more time doing things that they love in life. So again, this all came out from that mindset, that mind shift that I've had with the session I had with Kripa. What I realized and learned from this program with Kripa was that I have saved so many years for me, I know that if I had been still reading self-help books and just watching motivational videos, from moving from 40% to 100%, that would have taken me close to 15 to 20 years. Yes, 15 to 20 years. And I achieved that in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. That's unbelievable. This is the power that comes with working with a coach like Kripa, it's just going to save you so much time, and you will be able to achieve your results really fast. I hope this video helps you make this decision of, if you are thinking about working with Kripa. Thank you.